How's it going, everybody? I hope you guys are all having an amazing day, because today's gonna be a good day. I know that last time I was with you guys, I got a little bit stuck and things didn't go as planned. So as you can see, I did some shopping. I've got a few things that we're gonna add to the Jeep today, because I do know a couple people that do ride, that have Jeeps that go off-roading, but just recently met them and I haven't had a chance to go out with them yet. So for the times that I'm out there by myself, or even the times that I'm out there with them, it would be better to have some more recovery gear than what I've had. So I'm starting to build up my recovery gear now, and I do plan on getting a winch next, planning to buy the Smittybilt 9500, and hopefully that will get me out of a few jams. And right now, as you guys can see this big box behind me, I bought some traction mats, and these are hopefully going to help me out in case of some mud or some snow or sand or whatever it may be. And yeah, now these are not the Max Tracks. These are made by Maxa Innovations. Let me see if I can get a better shot for you guys. But they are actually really well reviewed, really well rated. I've seen a lot of other people, as well as Bleepin' Jeep. If you guys have come across his channel, he uses them, and everybody says good things. I thought I would try them out. I bought some matching, well, didn't buy them matching on purpose, but I got some ratchet straps so that we can go and strap these to the vehicle somehow. I also went out and got some battery terminal spray, as well as an air intake and throttle valve cleaner, because our throttle valve is quite dirty and a lot of you guys have been telling me to clean it. So hopefully that'll help with my fuel consumption and I won't be burning as much fuel. So let's grab all this stuff and let's go strap it up to the Jeep. But first things first, let's go wash the Jeep, because it's quite dirty still from the last time we went off-roading. And I don't really mind the dirt as much, but when I'm working on it, it gets all over me. And we'll get these strapped to the Jeep somehow. Yeah, it's not that bad, but it could definitely use a bit of a wash. Let's do the Jeep a favor. It's been treating us good. Let's treat it good. And let's go get all this crap off of it. This side isn't that bad. This side. And once it's clean, you can get it nice and dirty again. And then you know how dirty you got it, so you know how well of a job you did off-roading. Nah, just joking. But seriously, this thing, it's a bit overdue. So let's go take care of it now. Well, it's not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was, and it looks good, and I'm not gonna get dirty. So let's head back and let's strap those traction mats in. So we are back home now, and let's try to mount these guys up somewhere. And I was thinking inside here, but there's not enough space. So if you look at it, it's not really gonna be kind of good, because I'm only gonna get one in here, and if I only get one in here, then I'm gonna have to put the other one somewhere else. And since they come with these nice straps, it's better to have them together, because they're gonna take up less space, and it's just gonna be easier for me to have one mounting location instead of two. I was thinking maybe mount them in here, but I do go off-roading with passengers, and that is that extra bit of headroom that is gonna be taken up, and it's just not gonna be that great. So my other option was grab some of this foam here, lay it down on top of the roof, and put them on the roof with a strap going through here underneath the roof and through the doors. Now there's plenty of room in here. I don't have any kind of headroom problems or anything like that, so I'm not worried about any of that. But I don't know if I want to go with the roof mount, just because then I have this thing that's soaking up water and getting wet and stuff, because it's kind of like a sponge. I don't have a proper roof rack at the moment. Or what I was also thinking was mount it right to the spare tire. Now I could just go and throw the hooks in on the carrier right in here, and it should hold pretty well, and I'd have it just hanging off the back just like that. Now I think that'll look all right. I think that'll actually look better than on the roof, but let's mock it up, let's set it on the roof, and let's see how it would actually look. So it's actually not terrible. I'm not saying that I don't like it, but at the same time, I think I want to mount it onto the spare tire and see how it looks there first. Just because this thing is a sponge and I don't have a proper roof rack, and if I do leave these outside, then I'm going to be kind of worried about this soaking up water and just getting all nasty and holding water on top of my roof. But the good thing about that would be that the ratchet would sit inside here, so it would be a little bit safer than having the entire ratchet out there. But then again, it's a strap, so somebody can just easily cut it, so I wouldn't leave it out there anyway. So that being said, let me see if I can mount it to this guy. Maybe it'll sit properly here and it'll be a new home for it, because I'm not going to be leaving it on there all the time, just when I'm going to be going off-roading, because I don't want to have it obstructing my view and I don't want someone stealing it, because I don't want to be buying another pair. And I guess you guys can relate. You buy something once, you don't want to buy it twice. So let's secure it. Let's see how it fits on the back, and hopefully it sits well. So slight change of plans. The straps that I bought are too long to hook in properly and be able to latch around the inner of the spare tire holder and around the boards properly, because this is so long. It goes around the boards, and then I don't have any really room to ratchet it down or anything. I've tried to loop them through, but the only problem with that is my hands are a little bit big, so they don't quite fit in there, and I want an easy solution to take it on and off. So that being said, I just ordered some better straps online, and they should be here in a few days. So when those come in, I'll show you that solution that will actually mount it to the spare tire. But for now, for the time being, so that we can actually get it on and use them for when we need to use them, which would probably be sooner than later, let's mount it onto the roof. So let's go get some straps ready for the roof. I think I'm only going to need one, and I will use this pad. It'll give me that extra little bit of security that it's not going to move around and it's not going to scratch the roof. So let's go strap it in, and I'm going to leave it on for the night, but I'll park it inside the garage so it doesn't soak up any rain or any snow, because it's starting to snow. And yeah, let's get her on there. I'm thinking something like that should do the job. So let's run the strap. So now we've got the strap. Let's hop in. Let's loop these guys together like this for now. Okay, so I adjusted it to the middle so that it's not above my head with the big ratchet. So I actually went and grabbed another piece of foam here, guys, because if you see, these are a little bit sharp and they were digging into the strap. So just to protect the strap and not have any problems or stress the strap, we will put it like so, and that should help out with that. Now it doesn't look too bad. I still have to tighten it down, but it's not terrible. It is what it is. I can live with it for now until we get our other straps in a few days. I think this will look pretty good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. And I know it's going to be a lot better once I mount it to the spare, but it doesn't look too bad. Honestly, I don't mind it. Well, there we have it, guys. So it's pretty much right about in the middle. I tried to get it as far away from the passengers and my head as I could, but it's not too bad. It's pretty good distance from me, so I don't really feel like it's going to be in my way while driving. And if I had the option, if I had the four-door, well, they don't make a four-door on a TJ, but if I had the four-door JKU, I would put one strap through the front, one strap through the back, through both doors, but I don't have that option. So until we get the straps for the back for the tire, which won't be long, I will go on a trip like this for now. Last but not least, let's take this thing on the road. Let's see how it goes with these on the roof. And yeah, hopefully I don't have any kind of leaking or anything. They're not too terribly tight, so they shouldn't mess with my seals or anything like that, but they are tight enough that it's not going anywhere. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think it's going to move. Only thing I am worried about is if it's going to be catching wind on the front here. And I had to leave it hanging off that much just so that I could strap it properly. I don't know if strapping it just by the front handle would be enough. That's why I went by the middle. But we'll see. If it is a problem, then I'll restrap it by this handle. The only thing is it'll be flopping around a bit, and I don't really want that because all the leverage will be on that end. So this will be kind of loose over here. But I added this in right here. Maybe this will help with that kind of buffeting or whatever you guys want to call it. So let's hop in and let's see how it drives. Honestly guys, so far so good. Besides the strap being orange and you kind of see it out of the corner of your eyes, it's not that big of a deal at all. I've been driving with it for the past like 20 minutes and it doesn't really get in my way inside the vehicle. And outside the vehicle, I haven't looked yet, so let's go take a quick peek and see if it's shifted or if it's moved yet. And if it hasn't, then we'll go on the highway and see if it can handle that. Because most of the trails I'll be going on are not that close, and I'll have to travel through the highway. So let's see if it can handle it, and if it can, then it'll be good for the time being until my new straps come in. Oh, that should be good. Let's get out and check. Oh, little bit of a drop there. And so far, it hasn't shifted, it hasn't moved back. Seems like it's in a good spot. Well, it looks like we still have our traction boards, guys. So, very good. And looks like we didn't do too bad of a job. And how do you guys like my parking spot? I saw this big mountain of snow and ice and I just couldn't resist. So, we can get a nice shot of the suspension in here, all covered in mud actually. But it's a little bit of flex. Let's see if it's tucking tires on this side yet. Oh, there's lots of room in there. We've got room for days. Well, there you go, guys. There's the thumbnail. If you guys were wondering. No off-roading today, but just a little bit of stupidness. Well, that was fun, but enough being stupid. Let's get back on the road and let's go on the highway, see if this thing can handle some higher speeds. Now, not that the Jeep can handle higher speeds, but, you know, let's go on there and let's see if we can at least keep up with the slow lane and get to where we need to get going. Let's get on the highway and let's see if this thing can handle a little bit of wind, because so far so good. Honestly, I haven't heard any extra wind noise. I haven't felt the strap getting any extra tension when I've been checking it. And yeah, just so far so good. Everything looks all right. You guys can see it's not really moving around too much while you're driving. It's kind of just sitting there, and tension is pretty good. I don't have any complaints. It's not getting any looser. People do say you need to tighten these, but it's right here, so if I need to retighten it, it's not going to be really hard for me to do. And so far so good, guys. No complaints at all. Haven't had any issues. Been on here for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm about to get off now because I don't really have anywhere that I need to go, so I'm just going to turn back around and do a loop. But it's actually handling itself pretty good. No complaints from me. Let's head back and let's check out if it moved now. I love these little wipers. They're so tiny, but they do the job. Like, look at them. They're like the size of my hand. Oh, man. I love this Jeep. It's honestly just the biggest toy I've ever had. And out of anything I've ever bought, this one item is the most loved by every single person that I meet. Nobody has ever said a bad word about it, and everyone I meet says just they love the Jeep. And even though it's like a piece of crap, kinda, people still love the Jeep. And it's not a piece of crap, so I shouldn't say that. It's just a diamond in the rough. It needs a little bit of work, but it's come miles from when I've picked it up. If you guys haven't seen my earlier videos of when I first got this thing, it's like night and day on how it runs and how it looks. It's just honestly a totally different Jeep. And yeah, I wouldn't have expected it to run this good and to perform this well, but So far, this Jeep has treated me very, very good. All right, let's see. Still in the same place. It doesn't seem to have shifted at all. So I'm happy with that. And I think that it should be good for the time being. I'm gonna leave it on there overnight and hopefully it doesn't crack my roof, but it's not that tight. It really isn't. It's just tight enough that it's snug, but I don't think it's putting too much pressure on the roof here because I can still kind of wiggle my finger in there. That's that for now. I will be mounting it over here soon, but we'll deal with that when the time comes, and I'll show you guys how I'm gonna mount it there when those straps come, because they're a lot better. So for now, thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you guys are interested in more Jeep videos, because I've got tons more coming your way. So until next time guys, ride safe out there. Peace.